Hey there, Rush Nation. Mike Crook here, coming at you for another episode of Between the Pipes. In this episode, we'll touch on Rapid City's representation in the recent ECHL All-Star Game, as well as the upcoming promotions and slate of games that they have to close out the month of January, bleeding into the month of February. So stay tuned. And welcome back, Rush Nation. So yeah, Rapid City had some impressive representation in the recent ECHL All-Star Game, with Brennan Saunier pocketing a pair of goals as well as a pair of assists. And the stat sheet for this kid has been phenomenal so far this season, and which is why he was awarded this spot after Peter is no longer with Rapid City. But looking forward to seeing what the rest of the season holds for Brennan. So good luck to you. Now, as far as the rest of the slate for Rapid City, not gonna lie, it's brutal. As you know, Rapid City started off the season hot, neck and neck with Allen in the standings, and as seems to be the trend, December just wasn't the best of times. Not as bad as in years past, but still pretty rough. They kind of fell out of the top spot. Right now, they're battling for the fourth and final playoff spot in the division. But things are still looking good. Right now, they've got, I believe, 5 points as it stands on Wichita for that final playoff spot heading into this weekend's contest against Idaho. Idaho currently sits in second place, and they have a 4-point advantage over Rapid City. But the Rush do have 2 games in hand on the Steelheads, so looking for a big potential sweep opportunity for Rapid City as they hit the road for their annual stock show road trip. And then after that, they've got another 2-game series on the road against Wichita. So those 2 teams always go neck and neck. Friday night's game, went in overtime, so it wasn't a natural 2-point win, but they did get the overtime win, which does help in the standings if it comes down to a tiebreaker. So you'd rather win an overtime versus a shootout. However, Saturday night's game, things kind of fell apart there in the final frame, but they did rebound nicely on Sunday's contest, and came out with a 5-2 advantage there. So as it stands right now, Rapid City has 44 games played, 51 points earned, and they're currently sitting 17 points behind the leading Allen Americans. The month of February. And the rest of the season actually is all against Western Conference, Mountain Division opponents. So it's going to be a tough slate for Rapid City. Pretty much every game matters. Every game is a potential 4-point swing. So a lot's on the line for the Rush. You got to bring your A game every time, and have no doubt that the way this team is playing, they're starting to become more consistent again. The injury bug, sickness, whatnot, kind of made its way through the locker room a little bit, so that can kind of contribute a little bit to some of their slump there through December. But the team's playing well for the most part, and a lot of good things should come over these last few months of the season. So definitely, if you've not been out to a Rush game this season, month of February actually has a lot of promising promotions coming up. If you were out at the Civic Center last weekend, you got to see the military appreciation, which is huge in this area, simply because we have Camp Rapid and Ellsworth Air Force Base. So a huge nod to our local servicemen and women. We're very thankful for your service. And coming up in the month of February, I believe we have First Responders Night. Looks like that's actually going to be on February 15th. If I'm reading that right? Yeah, February 15th, First Responders Night. And on the 12th, there's actually going to be our school day game, so it's an early puck drop. It's also the Marvel superhero game. And then, if you want to witness something really special, on Valentine's Day, February 14th, the Rush are actually going to marry somebody on ice. So that should be a sight to see. Who knows? Maybe we'll even get out there, capture some video and stills of that one. We'll have to see how our night goes. So if you want to really come out and check out a cool experience, come out to the February 14th game. The Rush have that 3-game stretch against Allen back here at home, and then they go on the road again. They're taking on Utah and Idaho, I believe, and then they'll cap off the month of February, bleeding into March with the Tulsa Oilers, who, they're never a gimme game either. Rapid City's kind of had their way with Tulsa of late. They played really well against them. But, any given day, if you don't come at it with your A game, the pucks will bounce their way, and you'll come away with a loss. So It's definitely a tough stretch heading into the month of March for Rapid City after that. So we're looking forward to some great hockey. If you haven't been out to the Civic Center all this season, definitely the month of February is going to be a fun month to do it. Some great games with the Allen Americans. So come out, support your boys from the Black Hills. And also, if this is your first time checking out this video, Between the Pipes, it is broadcast both on Free Sports Press and the Sin Bin. Both channels respectively broadcast this. Pound the like button, hit the subscribe so that way you're notified of all the new updates that we have coming out. Right now, we're only doing 1 to 2 videos a month, just due to scheduling purposes and whatnot. But hopefully, during the off season into the next season, this coming fall, we're hoping to pick that up to anywhere from 2 to 4 videos a month. So hopefully, getting up to maybe even on like a weekly basis, we'll have a new episode coming out with lots of different new content and whatnot. So, like I said, help out the channel, support the channel. Share the video out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you're notified of all of our new updates that we post out. And definitely thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for the love and support from the Rapid City Rush for allowing us to come out and witness all these amazing games. We haven't made it out to as many as we'd like to, but we do the best we can with our timetable. So again, thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next episode.